Hi, my friends. Today we're going to be talking about candle magic. Love candle magic. So, candle magic is one of the simplest forms of spell casting, right? And as such, it doesn't require a lot of fancy spiritual ceremonial tools. In other words, anyone with a candle can cast a spell. Think when your birthday and you put a little candle and you think about a wish and you blow it, right? Spell casting. Boom. uh, so um, if you think about it, a birthday candle ritual is based on three magical principles, right? Decide on a goal, decide what your wish is, visualize the end result, and then you focus your intent. And that's exactly what we do to manifest that result that we want. That's exactly what we do when we do candle magic. So candle magic has its roots that stretch back through annals of time. I mean, people have been doing this forever, with traces found in ancient civilizations. Ancient Egypt, candles were used in rituals honoring gods and goddesses. Um, with the flickering flame symbolizes the presence of the divine energy, right? Similarly, in ancient Rome, candles were often lit as offerings to the gods, believed to carry prayers and petitions to the heavens. During the Middle Ages, candles were often inscribed with symbols, words, or sigils to enhance their magical potency. And they were used in rituals for everything from healing to protection and divination. People choose candle magic over other kinds of divination due to how quickly it works, due to its fire element, right? Jar spells take a while to manifest, but tend to hold with candles. Spells manifest quickly, but may not last as long, okay? Now, choosing a candle, it's important. Most practitioners of magical systems will tell you that the size of your candle isn't really important. In fact, really big candles may be counterproductive. For instance, a candle that takes 3 days to burn can be highly distracting to someone working a spell that depends on the candle burning all the way down. Typically, a short taper candle or a votive candle will work best. In some cases, a spell might call for a specific type of candle, such as 7-day candle or a figure candle to represent a particular person, or form of sympathetic magic. All right. One of the most popular candles, believe it or not, is the little menorah candle sold by, the box in the kosher section of the grocery store. They're about 4 inches long, white, unscented, and thin, because they're perfect for spell work, and that's what I use, and that's what we're going to be using for Friday on I think we're gonna do a live if that's what people want to do. So you need to let me know what kind of spell you want to do, if what is what you want to manifest, and we will do a live together where I will show you on camera how do I do this, okay? You should always use a brand new candle. Always use a brand new candle for spell work because candles hold the energy. So you don't want to use a candle that already has energy from another spell. Okay. Now you can have candles like I have. Let me see if I can pick this up. It's hot. I have candles, always lit on my desk to represent the light because only light beings are welcome in this space, right? And this is a candle that was almost out, but I turn it on and blow it out every day because that's not a spell. That's a candle just, because I like it and to because to represent a light being. But spell candles, unless you use like a 3-day or a 7-day candle, you want to keep them on until they burned out. All right. So you want to use a new candle for a new spell that you're gonna do. Now a 3-day candle or a 7-day candle, you don't want to go to sleep with a candle burning. That's not safe, okay? And the universe knows that. So you're gonna tell the candle before you go to bed. Like I carry the candles with me, right? This is my space right here, my altar, and that's where I work, right? So I do it here, and if I'm gonna stay here, well, I'll just keep it here. But if I'm gonna go out, if I'm gonna cook dinner or do whatever outside of this space, I take the candle with me, so it's in the same room as I am at all times, so I can watch it. But if it's a 7-day candle, you tell the candle, okay, I'm gonna put you out for now, and I'll lit you back up tomorrow. So I go to sleep, and the universe understands that. Okay, you never want to leave candles overnight. You just never know what's going to happen. Okay, you really don't want to do that. So yeah. Now colors, and I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna put a chart with all the colors and their meanings. Okay, now if in doubt, or if you don't have the specific color for whatever you want to be doing, white works with everything, just like crystals. Crystals are, they have specific colors and they have specific strength, but uh, um, a clear quartz, it works for everything. Okay. So you don't have to get fancy for or spend a lot of money in anything. White will work, okay, for anything. All right. But I'm gonna put a chart with a bunch of colors and their meanings. All right. Now, what do we do? You need to set your intention first. And we're going to talk about this in the live too. You need to set your intention. I like to start with a little meditation, a short meditation, kind of to set the mood, right? And I light my candle to visualize the light, and I light incense, and I clean my space either with the incense or with, something like this. This is dragon's blood. I love that. Um, this is blue sage right here. This is almost done. I have Palo Santo, use whatever. You can use sound. So I like to kind of do a little meditation and clean the space. And then you set your intention. This is really the heart and soul of the candle magic is your intention. Intention is everything in any kind of work you do, right? What is what you want to manifest? What is going to bring into your life when that manifests? You need to take a moment to really think, what is what you truly desire, right? Whether it's love, whether it's abundance, whether it's is healing or anything else that your heart's desired. But be very specific. You have to be very specific, and you have to like dig a little deeper on why do you want this thing? Okay. For example, people want money. What does money bring? Really? Money brings freedom, right? So freedom to use your time and your resources as you please. That's what money brings, right? So that's what you want. You want freedom. You want it in the form of money. I get it. You want zeros in your bank account. Zeros to the left, not to the right, right? But you need to think about that and be specific about it, okay? Now, you don't want to put like a specific amount. You can, like if you want to manifest $5,000, you want to say $5,000 or more, right? Because if the universe wants to give you 10, you're gonna say no, of course not, right? So 5 or more. Now, once your intentions are clear in your mind, hold the candle in your hand and focus on it, like pouring your energy into it, okay? Now, if you're gonna use and we are gonna use oils and herbs, you need to choose those first, you know, and there's specific oils and specific herbs for specific outcomes that you want, right? So you want to that's what it's called, dress your candle and have some water or something, because if you put like, I have that little glass dish, you don't want to put a candle right on top of that because it's going to explode. This has happened to me, right? So you want to have a little dish with water or a little holder, like a candle holder. So you want to dress your candle, put all the oils and the herbs, and then put it in a holder. And then I, put my hands, I hover my hands over it to, to focus my intention, my energy onto it. And then you light your candle. Many times you have something that you say, and you can make that up, or you can Google some of the things that people say. But that's your intention, right? You want to speak your intention out loud. And then you kind of, I like to like watch the candle for a minute and like feel the energy growing. You want to put as much of your energy on that. You don't want to be like, okay, so we're going to be doing this. Okay, please, thank you, bye. No, you really want to pour your energy into it. The more energy, the more potent your spell is going to be. Okay, you can do a little meditation then, and then you close your ritual, and then you let your candle burn out or whatever it is, or to extinguish naturally. And then you need to think about also how to dispose of whatever is left. Like for example, if I put crystals, if they're crystal, crushed crystals, I throw it away. But if it's only herbs and oils, if I can separate the herbs from the wax, I do. And then I keep that and all the ashes from the incense and stuff in a little container, because that becomes black salt. I keep those, and then when I have a good amount, I crush it real well and add salt to it, and that's a very strong protection because it has a lot of energy. from all kinds of spells that you have done. So that becomes my black salt that I use for other spells, especially for protection spells. Okay. Um, and that's the gist of candle magic. So let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you want to do in the live, if that's what you want, or if you want a pre-recorded session, I can do that too. But I thought it would be fun to do it all together. If you want to do it all together, you need to think about what you want to do. Let me know so I know what to do. So I do what most people want to do. And then bring your stuff. I'm gonna give you during the week the herbs and the oils and the candles, the colors, so you can be prepared for Friday. Okay. And with that, I'll see you in the rest of the week at group. All right. You take care. Bye bye.